Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy OmarioRpg. I hope you're having an amazing morning, afternoon or evening wherever you are in the world. And today we are back and we are reacting to Vinland Saga episode 15 after Yule. What's a Yule? I have no idea. Before we get into the reaction, I'd greatly appreciate if you could like the video, subscribe. It's as simple as that. It's 2 clicks. Make sure a lot of you guys are saying you're missing the videos when they come out. Make sure you turn on your notification bells, click on the bell, click all instead of personalized. I think that's the problem. Oh, check out my Patreon if you want, patreon.com/OmarioRpg, and check out my merch. All the links are in the description. Now, the last episode of Vinland Saga was one of my favorite episodes I've ever watched in anime. It may be up there with my favorite because it hit the emotions. It was insanely brutal, gruesome, in some ways chaotically beautiful. Just thinking about it again, it's bringing it all back. Anyway, it was brilliant. It was a brilliant episode. I wonder if Annie's going to be a main character, or was this, that was just her episode, and that's just, this is war, and this is what life was back then. You'll see her, and we'll never hear from her again. Who knows? Who knows? I really hope that isn't the case, but if it is the case, then hey, it makes sense. It makes sense. Kind of leaves the viewer not knowing what happened to her, and that's just how life was back then. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, really looking forward to the aftermath. Like, Askeladd, like, I don't care no more. Screw that guy. Screw that guy. I can't wait for Thorfinn to kill him. I can't wait. It turns out, and thank you to everyone who said in the comment, Artorius is basically King Arthur, sort of. So I guess they're kind of. I wonder who Askeladd is, like, in history. Because maybe there was a legendary person called Askeladd. And I know I'm saying his name wrong, but I don't care. So who knows? I can't wait to find out more about him. I wonder if my theory about Bjorn is going to come true, about him being mutiny time. Who knows? We're going to have to watch and see. I'm going to get straight into it. I really appreciate everyone being here. Let's get into this. Vinland Saga, episode 15, After Yule. Excited for this one. Hey, Annie and her family should have just got on the motorbikes and left. There, I said it.
生き延びて救助を待っておるやもしれんが、助けを送るとしても春まで待たねばならん。
王陛下におかれましてはご心中以下ばかりかと。
プヌートがもし兄のハラルドを上回る器量を持ち合わせていたならば、行方知れずになどならずに済んだかもしれんな。
Who is Harold? Bro, I love the mysterious of the king. I love what they're doing. Slowly they show more and more about him visually. Geez, so he's a straight up... I mean, it makes sense. Had to be a king back then. You must have had to be an insane warrior, right? It's not nowadays where you just... Well, I'm sure you had to be a good speaker as well, but... nowadays to be a prime minister, you could just put on a suit and just waffle about anything. But you know what I mean. Anyway, I like how they're showing more and more about him very slowly. When is Floki gonna, like, just not be the king's lackey? I guess that's just his role in the show, which I thought Floki was going to be a much bigger role in the show. Okay. Alright, so the king has another son, and his name's Harold. I'm assuming he's dead. That's how it sounded. Because it said he would have been a much better prince. I wonder if we're going to find out how that happened.
Oh, 雪が降る。戦争が終わる。冬よ。お前は戦士の心さえ凍らせるのか。おお、冬よ。大将、焼き豚と煮豚どっち食う？両方。わかんねえよ。まず飲み込め。おい。
I love this guy.
そこのイングランド娘。はい。ビール、樽で持ってきて。すいません。ビール樽で追加です。またか。 己ならず者どもめ、この町を食い尽くす気か。
これじゃあ略奪と大差ないっすよ。
泣くな。どうせ王子取られんだったらイングランド軍にくれてやってもよかったな。あ、何よ。
困った人だな、あんたは。戦争が下火になるとそうやってまた火種を探す。
あれねえよ、この野郎。俺たちは戦士だぜ。戦士は戦場にいてこそ戦士だ。
今度ウェセックスの賢人会議でな、スベン王がブレトワルダとして認められるそうだ。
ああ、それって全面降伏じゃん。
だな。デンマークがイングランドを飲み込むんだ。貴族どもは王権を捨ててでも戦争を終わらせたいらしい。
はい、嫌いだ。やるなら勝ちに行く。
Jeez, that fist.
つまんねえな。世界中がずーっと喧嘩してたらいいのにな。
It's crazy there probably were people just like Torkel.
え、
Probably still are. Oh, here comes an arrow.
修道士たちか。そっちも見張っとけ。許したまえ。だとよ。あいつらなんかあるたびに許しをこわにゃなんねえのか。
身元にお召しください。この者たちを殺めし者たちの魂をお救いください。私どもの罪を
That's such a
お
beautiful
許し
shot.
ください。
Look at that.
他人のために祈ってる場合かよ、てめえ。
父よ、私の声はあなたの耳に届いているのでしょうか。我らの父よ、あなたはあなたの姿に似せて私たちをお作りになった。でもその力を分けてはくださらなかった。父よ、あなたが良き者も悪しき者も等しく愛されるというのなら、あなたの耳に届いているのでしょうか。我らの父よ、私はあなたの愛を疑っています。
やめろ。父を疑うだと。そなたそれでもキリスト教徒か。恐れを知るがいい。我らが父の愛を疑うことなどあってはならぬ。我が子を愛おしく思わぬ父親などいない。
殿下。あ、お待ちを。
So good. God, it does scenes like this so well.
父上。
天神の部隊？マジか。
はあ、伝令ではそのようにセバーン川上流の庄村を占領しているらしく、地元領主から援軍の要請が来ておりまして、生き残った村民の話によると敵兵はおおよそ100から200。
回路と見せかけて陸路でゲインズバル。十中八
Torkel smells blood.
トルフィンとクヌートだ。よーし、全員よこせ。進軍用意。それと、おい、あんた、弁当の用意頼むぜ。500人前を5日分でいいや。500。よしよし。面白いぞ。
They thought they got rid of them. It's so good. What a great scene that was by I love that this guy's called Ear. What a great scene with the priest. The shots, the music, so good. So good. I mean, after stuff like what he just saw, right? Those villagers just getting completely murdered and stuff. That's when, you know what I mean, doubt in the faith or doubt in stuff begins. Like, not even just faith, just in your goals and your ideology in general. Like, I can only imagine, man. I can only imagine. So it completely makes sense. That was so good. That was so good that he didn't just, carry on willy-nilly. Oh, yeah, we're just going to pray and hope everything's good. It's so good to add that diversity to it. That was really, really good. And it seemed like maybe it got through to Thorfinn, or maybe just because the guy, the priest said father a lot and it made him think of his father. But the shots with the cross and then it showing Thorfinn cleaning his blade, they know what they're doing, man. They know what they're doing, showing these shots. It's like the two sides of war. Do you know what I mean? Like the faith and then the actual weapons. Oh man, I love that scene so much. I love that scene so much. Let's come in. And then Torko's just comedy and just brilliantness on top of it. This is such a good start. Oh god.
何人だ耳。
さあな、50か100か。林伝いに東へ包囲線を伸ばしてる。
嗅ぎつけられんのが早えな。どっかでヘマしたか。
どうだかな。とにかく見つかったもんはしょうがねえ。
出発？無理だぜ今夜なんて。
要請の体制を取らせろ。指揮官は捕らえるぞ。なんでバレたか知りてえ。
了解。
あっと待てビョラン。もう一ついい機会だ。ついでにあれやるぞ。
バレた？
ちょっとやばいんじゃねえか。
平気だろう。イン
I
グラン
like
ドの
these
兵
two.
隊は
And it was ever since he said he hates the Danes.
うまそうなウサギだな。お前が取ったのか、トルフィン。
あ？
一人で食うのか、焼くのか、それ。
だったらなんだよ。
肉だけの飯は良くないぞ。野菜と一緒に煮込め。そのウサギはスープにしてやろ
うるせえな。俺の飯をどう食おうが俺の勝手だ。
う。どうせどこかで
ウサギ？
はい、トルフィンが捕まえまして、スープに加えたら
I like
いかがかと。
ご苦労。血を抜いて内臓を洗っておけ。
Why does he look like a girl so much?
粗末な食材の割には。
どうした？遠慮するな。そなたのウサ
These
ギ
two
だ。
are just the opposite, man. I love it.
貴族ってのは食うばかりだと思ってた
It's
さ。
smart that he learned to
趣味だ。
cook. Yeah.
普段は作らぬし、ラグナルの他は誰も知らぬ。そなたも口外してはならぬぞ。
別に悪かねえだろ。
だが陛下は
Oh.
召し上がるどころか激しくお怒りになった。王の子が卑しき奴隷の真似事をするなと。以来僕は料理などせぬことになっている。王の子にはこんな技など必要ないのだ。
God, this music's good.
あの頃は戦が終わったら鶏料理でも作ってお持ちしましょう。きっと喜んでくださいます。
何鳥だ？鳥はまだ作ったことがないな。
鶏でもカモでも。以前に夜で食べたカモを覚えておられますか？
ああ、あれはうまかったな。
後で料理人にコツを聞きました。煮こごりを上手に使っておりましてな。
煮こごりか。なるほどな。
ラグナバカ野郎伝令だ伝令。
戸がおっ始まりました。
何？
Nani?
大した兵数じゃなさそうですが、一応用心してください。
どういうことじゃ。この村に潜んでまだ10日だぞ。なぜバレた？知るかよなの。なんということだ。村人たちを皆殺しにしてまでこの魚に及んでまだ敵地を進むと抜かすか。アシェラと連れてこい。今すぐだ。
今は前線で指揮を取ってます。話があるならご自分で出向けばいいんじゃないですか。案内し。
己の月の有無を見定められんで何がノルド戦士か。今日こそ。
Bro, Ragnar needs to take his anger on someone
おい、
with a sword.
時の声はあっちから聞こえるぞ。
やっと気づいたか。鈍いなあんた。
貴様ら何を。
No, you better bloody not.
貴様ら。
すまねえな、とんがり頭。アシュラットの命令なんでね。
Conehead, it's Egghead, you bastard.
やるかい？俺らは構わねえけどよ。どうせ助からねえ。
No.
アシェラットをここへ呼び、大事な話がある。
遺言なら俺が聞くぜ。話せよ。
いいから呼べ。王子殿下に関わることだ。直接
伺いましょう。その遺言。
Coward couldn't even do it himself. Oh, screw Askeladd, man.
人払いしますか。
声が止んだ。戦闘が終わっ
Oh, he's gonna be so sad.
まったく。スープが冷めてしまったじゃないか。
貴殿には感謝しております。あの腰抜け王子をよくぞ今日まで生かしてくださった。そして貴殿の死がさらなる成長を促すでしょう。お役目は今日から私が引き継ぎます。イングランド兵に殺された貴殿の代わりに。
They're gonna stage it as if he died in battle, yeah.
貴様の神に近い。不足なくクヌート殿下をお守りすると。
何があろうとクヌート殿下をお守りし、戦士ラグラルの意義ある死に報いん。ご満足かな。
口をしやが貴様などに殿下を託そうとは。ゲインズバラに着く前に心構えをしておき。イエリングの帝臣たちは今時代のデンマーク王の座をめぐって大きく二派に分かれておる。旗頭にされておる。もう一方はクヌート様の兄君のハラルド様だ。
Wait, what?
両殿下のご意志など関係ない。そして王陛下はデンマーク王国の分裂を恐れたのだろう。おそらく一つの決断を内心に下された。両殿下のうちどちらかを殺そうと。
スベン王が王子を。
こたび王陛下が殿下を戦場へ伴ったのは殿下を戦死させるためだ。クヌート殿下の真の敵は今やお父上のスベン王陛下その人なのだ。ゲインズバラでわしの弟が段取りをつけていて。
What a hero, man.
早めに言ってくれよ。そういうことはよ。
頼む。最後に一目でいい。一目殿下にお別れや。
Oh.
ダメだ。
戦が終わったら一緒に鶏料理でもきっと王陛下も喜んでください。
He basically was his son, do you know what I mean? He might as well have been. You evil bastard, Askeladd. Holy crap, what the hell's happening, man? The past 2 episodes of this show have been insanely emotional. I liked Ragnar so much, man. He was like a mother and a father in one for Canute. And he has to get MVP of this episode. He has to. Voice acting, everything. Oh, man. Arsklad, you bastard. So it turns out that Swain wanted Canute to die. And I thought that, but I thought it for the wrong reason. I thought he wanted him to die because he wanted to carry on being king. It turns out this basically a civil war happening between the two factions of Denmark, and some want Canute to be king and some want Harold to be king, who we haven't even met yet. And so to end that Swain basically tried killing his own son, so then everyone would get behind Harold. That's so dark and bloody evil genius vibes right there as well. You've got to give it to him. Like, that's insanely smart. And evil, obviously. But for an evil person, it's smart. Oh, man. It's crazy. It's crazy that in the last 2 episodes, the show has just gone, oh, you thought Arsklad was going to be good and was finally going to see his, be a goodie and finally make up for all the bad things he's done in his life? Oh, no. The guy you've been following pretty much throughout the whole show, Arsklad, well, it's Thorfinn, but Arsklad as well, is an evil, horrible, conniving bastard. What did you expect? What did you expect? Bro, the atmosphere in this show is one of the best I've ever seen in TV anything. Like, when something's happening, the shots they show, the music, a drop of blood, it's switching to King Swain and showing that, like, it's done so well. I can't get over it. That's the best thing about this show, is the atmosphere it builds when certain things are happening. For example, the part when the Christians were praying, and then it shows it like all with all the sun behind him. Even just then at the end, as Ragnar fell, he goes back a little bit and the sun's shining behind him. Like, God, it's just so good, man. It's just so good. I'm absolutely loving this show, man. I really am. And as soon as just, man, they done that so well. The death of Ragnar, they done so well. I didn't see it coming at all. I full on didn't see it coming at all. I did not see it coming. Let me know if you guys did. I did not see it coming at all. But it makes sense. It completely makes sense to get rid of him. If you're Arsklad, it completely makes sense. And it turns out he's got a brother in Gainsborough. Which is weird because why would Ragnar tell the guy who murdered him where his brother is? I guess he is just hoping that they'll just look after Canute and save him. He'll do anything for Canute, man. That just shows it. Even put his brother at risk. What an episode. Favorite moment. There's 2 such good moments in this show. First of all, it started off with Torkel, and that was just hilarious, right? It's crazy that, one thing I need to mention, it's crazy in this show, and it's the same with episode 14. They both started off as comedies. They both started off, in episode 14 it was the brothers and the priest joking around. In episode 15 it was Torkel and his group being hilarious. And both episodes have ended. I guarantee you so many people were laughing at the beginning of the episodes and crying at the end. Guarantee you. Let me know if you were one of those guys, man, or girls. Let me know. And that's what this show does, man. It has insanely different genres in each episode, and I love that. I love that. It stops the show from getting stale. It really does. And I've said it again. There obviously is a main arc to this show, but this show feels like every episode is a movie. I know it's it's hard to explain what I mean by that. It's like some episodes in shows I've watched, not just animes, TVs, they seem to be build-up episodes, right? And I think this show has had one or two. Don't get me wrong. But what this show does with its episodes is it has a beginning, middle, and an end, bro. It's as simple as that. That's the best way I can put it. And what I mean by it seems like each episode is its own movie. Instead of each episode has its own identity, is what I'm trying to say. It obviously has little continuations of certain parts, right? But what I love about this show is that every episode feels like its own thing. It feels like a movie. That's the best way I can put it. I hope you guys get what I mean by that. And that's what I really, really enjoy about this show, man. We are much further ahead on the Patreon. Patreon.com/OmarioRpg. My favorite moment, I'm gonna have to give it to Ragnar, bro, at the end. Ragnar MVP. And Ragnar, you know, saying that it basically is his son. Let's be honest. He was the one who was the Knut's father, pretty much, and that they'd finally be able to cook poultry. Such a simple wish. Such a simple wish for such a good man. GG's. 07s in the comments for Ragnar. He shall be missed. Join the Patreon, patreon.com/OmarioRpg. Check out my merch. Links in the description if you want to support me further. I've got my channels, OmarioRpg Gaming. Go subscribe to that. Subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time for more Vinland Saga. Thanks for being you. Bye-bye.